Welcome back, Commander, to another episode of Battlefield Tactics, where today we get to witness the awesome power of Steel Talons themselves, as we look forward to the aggressive expansion Steel Talons style. Now, aggressive expansion works very much the same across all factions of GDI. Except with Steel Talons, of course, we're able to utilize the walkers of old, the Titans, with their ability to crush vehicles beneath their feet, as well as their ability to shoot over buildings and cover. It will be quite a powerful ordeal indeed. So, like with all other factions that look to destroy their opponents swiftly, we are needing to scout to see what exactly our opponents are up to, what we're up against, and to see if we need to counter any of their strategies. In addition to that, we need to create an engineer, and of course this one is more prepared for combat, being able to quickly decimate any saboteur or mastermind that we come across, with a combat engineer who is armed with a more reliable, heavier pistol than the standard issue GDI pistol. And of course we're going to take him to the nearest tip spike so that we get a leg up on our economy, as we can also assume our opponents are planning on doing. Which is why I have sent a rifleman squad over with the engineer to protect it, make sure the tip spike isn't taken or destroyed by any missile squads in the area. And seeing that our opponent is going heavily into infantry, we are going to prepare for that assault with a watchtower or two, just in case they want to send some engineers to our base, which is a risky tactic indeed. But if you don't watch out for it, it could be quite devastating. Having set up our initial base, our economy, 4 harvesters, 2 refineries, we are now ready for a quick assault to try and catch the enemy off guard. And of course we can see our garrisoned riflemen are making good use of the structure that they have holed themselves up inside of. And now it is time to send our squad of pit bulls on over to the enemy base, making sure to scout and kill any harvesters that they come across. Being able to cripple your economy quickly in the beginning of the game could be detrimental to the mid-game. Now, we'll see what they have. Hopefully we'll be able to destroy some harvesters, and while that is going on, we are going to continue building. We're going to either build some Titans or move our MCV, yes. So, there we go. With the aggressive expansion, we will now move our MCV closer to the enemy so that we can bring our more slow main tank unit, the Titan, to their base quicker. Of course the Predator is much faster than the Titan, and they are not able to be destroyed by C4 by commandos, and they can also reverse move. But we do have, as I have said previously, the benefit of crushing vehicles beneath our feet, being able to instantly decimate any harvesters that stray off path. So this is a good place to set up. We don't want to be at the closest expansion to our enemies, for it could be quite dangerous to set up too close undefended while we build our Titans, as they most likely also have expanded to their second Tiberium field. And once again, seeing that they have gone into infantry, we're going to set up some watchtowers, make sure just in case that we are able to defend ourselves truly. Now, once you build your second war factory at your second expansion, it is important to sell your first, get some extra income, use a rifle squad. Any extra rifle squads you get from selling structures, make sure to put them in your heavy harvesters. They do have extra health, but not a whole lot of extra health, and a rifleman squad is going to do much more damage than a regular harvester and their turrets. At this point, we are just building our units, maintaining a stable economy, and trying to lay waste to our opponents as quickly as possible. Once you build your war factory at your second expansion, then feel free to build 2 more refineries. It is not necessary to build 2 more harvesters. You're going to want to use that income to build up your Titan army. And also, just in case, if you see that it is taking a little bit too long to crush your enemy's forces, it is quite possible that they are teching up. And in this case, if you suspect a tech up from your enemies, it is important to immediately stop Titan production and begin building an airfield and some orcas to counter. If you feel your enemy is dealt with, then go ahead and return to your Titan building. If you are going towards the mid and late game and things are extending as far as the amount of time you are spending in a war of attrition against your enemies, it's time to purchase some railguns and perhaps a Marv sooner or later. As you saw a few seconds ago, the Titan is very well versed vertically, being able to shoot over structures. You can see they had the advantage of being able to stay in the high ground while shooting down on the structures below. Right now what we're doing is we're going to try to destroy any harvesters in the area, and if you see any vehicles, make sure to just walk towards them and crush them beneath your Steel Talons, if you will. Now we're going to build more watchtowers just in case, and if you'd like, you can also build a barracks once more if you feel comfortable, and build some missile squads, a good force of missile squads, if you feel the need to defend against air units. Now if we were fighting Zocom with their Zorkas, it could be quite dangerous, which is what we need those missile squads for, as well as if we were fighting Venoms or Hammerheads, they could tear through our forces. Since Titans, of course, are not able to defend themselves from air units, and also make sure you know if you are not planning on doing a quick steamroll here early game, which Steel Talons does tend to favor in early game destruction. When it comes to late game, they are not as well versed, unfortunately. But that's what we're here to do with Steel Talons. We're here to quickly bring our enemies to the knees, making sure they are not able to build up their forces in the late game. And as you can see now, we're just cleaning up the enemy. We've done a good job of scouting, of destroying some harvesters with our pit bulls, making sure we grab our tip spike, making sure we expand, make a closer war factory so the trek towards the enemy is not so slow, and that will be the game. That is the Steel Talons aggressive expansion, and it is best for Steel Talons to remain aggressive. Now, the next time that we return back to Battlefield Tactics, I will indeed have a strange GDI tactic for you. Indeed. See you then, Commander.